What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today's the return of Persona. I feel like it's been a while. This is Persona Q2, Wait and See, from the channel Lionel K, and then Remember We Got Your Back. I'm seeing two different games here. The other one said P3, this one says P4 Golden. I don't know. This is from the channel Yasuke Hanamura, requested by Martin on PayPal. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for waiting. I don't know what Q2 is. Excuse me. And I don't know why we're featuring two different games, but you know what? I don't care. It's Persona. So let's start with Wait and See. Persona Q2. Let me know what that's all about. Okay. Let's go. Wait and See. Dude, my ears have been blessed today by the bass guitar. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
If I gotta be someone who's all trying to meet others' expectations, I'm gonna stay rather die, say nothing lies ahead. So I'm gonna trade it out. I'm that abnormality, most wanted for this terminal formality, negative vitality, superficiality, spread denies my personality. Oh boy, not again. Came back again with a plot against me.
Oh my gosh, it sounds so much like a breakbeat.
Your mission aboard again. Never lose my mind's locked tight like Tokyo grip, like concentrated. Be careful when I'm agitated. Better back up, the attack, so I can.
Don't let anyone mislead you like you were nobody. Cause me so much of me. Let them laugh at you. Let's see at the end of the day.
I just love how the bass is always there. I've been in such a good mood today because of the bass guitar. Every video today had bass. And then Persona to top it off. So that's Yumi Kawamura.
Say school days, it's real life. Realize that there ain't no textbook to your life. Instead you gotta write your own manuals to your life. I did it my way, switching 4 lanes on the highway. Fast and furious, the image I display. They can't wait to obey my style. Society needs to be systematic, well calculated, it's mathematics. But can't prevent me from being charismatic. While I'm at it, my shit's automatic.
These rhymes.
Underestimated the power resistance. I'm a doctor, the minute distance can't never catch me, stop me.
Don't let anyone mislead you like you were nobody. Cause me so much to me. Let them laugh at you. Let's see at the end of the day. Who's gonna be smiling?
Trying to get the lyrical context here. Sounds like it's like a uplifting, don't listen to them kind of song. Bridge.
It's okay to be who you are, just be
True.
you. So don't let anyone mislead you like you
True.
were nobody. Cause me so much of me. Let them laugh at you. Let's see at the end of the day.
I like that.
Who's gonna smile?
I can relate to that. People ain't shit.
Let them laugh at you. Let's see at the end of the day. Who's
Gonna be smiling. What a mantra. Persona's so cool, man. Like, bass. Was this Shoji? Does it say? Doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it's Shoji. Well, again, I've never played Persona. The only thing I've ever touched, and that was recently, was Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. And I will say this, though, for those that haven't been keeping up with that, just a really TLDR, I played the demo for Vengeance at the beginning of this year, and it really caught my attention. That was my first Atlus experience ever. And I did say at the end of that, like, well, maybe this opened the doors for other Atlus games. Because I've said multiple times that, like, I have no interest in playing Persona or anything else, just because, one, I don't have time. That's number one. Two, I only play games that, like, just like you, that probably speak to you, that give you that spark that want you to play. As much as I love Persona music, and I've always have, it's just never really been the kind of game to just be like, maybe I should play it, you know? even because of the soundtrack. But I will say that Shin Megami 5 got me a little more like So I've been hearing Persona now for almost 3 years. That's crazy to me. It'll be 3 years and like at the like winter of this year. Jeez. And I still remember that. I still remember like it was yesterday, right? Because it was wake up, get out there. It was Lynn was my first experience with P5. I don't know which version of P5. There's so many versions of Persona. Actually, let me take that back. There's so many versions of Atlas games. The other day, I listened to... I'm probably saying this wrong. Is it Devil Summoner Soul Hackers? There's so many like titles and like branches, and even when people explain them like in detail, like which is which, it's still confusing. But Persona, I think, is like the most confusing because of stuff like this. Persona Q2. By the way, I'm not really like asking, and I know like you're probably typing already like what they mean. That's fine. It's just I'm not gonna remember it. That's another reason, though. I will say that it's slightly, and by slightly I mean like 5%, factoring into why I don't want to play these games, because it's kind of intimidating to like look from the outside. Anyways, the music though has always stood out to me, but this is one of the few times where I can say the lyrics kind of spoke to me a bit, because it might surprise you, it may not, I don't know. But I've had a lot of songs on here with vocals and lyrics. Sometimes even the lyrics displayed on screen. The longtime viewers will notice that I don't really pay attention to the vocals. To the lyrics. And that's mostly because of no context. I feel like Persona especially, it is so relevant as to what's happening on the screen at that exact moment, or that storyline or whatever, that it would be completely missed on me. All the emotion behind it, all the, you know what I'm saying? So, and in a way, believe it or not, if I do decide to play this one day and then get to that moment, it will hit because I ignored it the initial first time. I know it's kind of strange, but that's kind of a reason I do it too. But mainly it's because I won't understand what's happening. This time, the lyrics are just right there. They look like a karaoke video, so I was just like, let's look at it. And honestly, it's a pretty universal thing, you know. Don't let anyone mislead you like you are nobody, because you mean so much to me. This line right here, let them laugh at you. Let's see at the end of the day who's going to be smiling. That is, oh, you can't see it. There you go. It's now I'm not here to give you like life advice or anything, but all I'm going to say is I relate to this heavy. In many ways, and I'm sure many of you do also, but this goes for everyone that says that you don't care what people think about you. You do. It's just, I don't know where it became this sort of... Everyone knows people are lying when they say that. Everyone cares what people think. It's just some care more than others, some care way too much, some care very little, but at the end of the day, you always do care. There's like it's just like a human thing that we have. And whether you want to admit it or not. As you grow older, and like now I'm, in my mid-30s, and when I started, just to give you an idea, when I started doing these, I was like in my early 30s, and now I'm in my mid-30s, which is crazy. And in that time, I've learned a lot about myself, but you also just learn about yourself as you go through life, what matters to you, who you keep around, stuff like that. But you also realize that a lot of your early life, you were probably gaslit into stuff that doesn't matter, that you're not going to retain, people that have no influence on you that you thought had. You know what I'm saying? It's just so... It's cool. What I'm saying is like it's cool to hear this stuff with like a really like funky, almost disco-like beat in a video game. And there's just something special about that. I don't know what it is. So that alone... Let's just say this. Every video I do of Persona gradually increases by like 1% each time for me to play eventually one of them. So it just went up another 1%. And probably the next song is going to happen too. But yeah, I think just... I'm not an advice giver, but honestly, just be you. And whatever idea you have, In this day and age, especially with the internet and social media and content creation, just do it. You know, if think of it this way, if I told my coworkers X amount of years ago, I'm gonna go listen to video game music, I think it's really special. Do you think anyone would support or anything? No, they would laugh and they would just be like, okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's just one example. The most successful and happiest people you'll meet are the people that like took the chance instead of molding into society's norms. I feel very strongly about this kind of stuff. I'm living it. So yeah, great title. Wait and see. Great song, great music, awesome bass. We move on. Okay, well this is P4 Golden, but it's Persona Q2. This is Remember We Got Your Backs. Oh, this is a video. Again, this video is Yosuke Hanamura. So this is their video. Okay, so I'm gonna guess this is a collaboration of a bunch of different Persona game soundtracks. Is this like a music-based game? Anyways, Remember We Got Your Backs. Hey, that's the character that's the channel's named after. Okay, I'll read the lyrics. Sounds like a different singer. So positive. I feel like these videos are speaking to me directly. The first one was about me, the second one was about like you guys watching this. It's a good chorus. That's so cool. I'm guessing it's time for a solo or bridge. This is a really cool video. This was nice. Great video. Mind you, the requester didn't ask for these two songs to be put together. Quick little story that I'm gonna share. I thought it was kind of funny. One thing I've always been grateful for here doing this for all this amount of time is I haven't had that many like negative comments. It's mostly been people that have just been like, oh man, I found my people. Like we can talk about video game music. It's cool, and they reminisce, and you know, every now and then there'll be just some random idiot. But the last one that I remember, and it was a while ago, doesn't happen that often. It was something like, you talk about yourself in these videos a lot, and your own videos, and that was it. Like that was the whole comment. I'm like, okay, well, I thought about that for the rest of the day, and I just sat there like, what does this mean? Is this a unanimous feeling? Is this just one thing that's getting to me? Should I just leave it alone? What do I do here? But as a creator, as someone who does this for a living, you kind of can't help but receive all feedback. If it's all praise, then that's concerning. If it's all negative, that's very concerning. I feel if you're putting yourself out there for the world to see, then you have to be, willing to accept whatever's coming at you. So anyways, my response to that was, in my head, was, well, how much can I talk about when I haven't played these games? And yet I'm still giving them all my respect and attention for the art of the music. To me, the reason I'm bringing this up, there'll be a reason I'm bringing this up, but to me is, I am connecting to these songs the best I can, to the most I can. It is physically impossible for me to play all these games and to hear everything, but I'm trying. I'm trying really hard, and I have been trying almost daily for almost 4 years. In this case, for example, this person, they might not even be a viewer anymore, but they've been waiting since a while, 2022. Right, and I'm transparent about it. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it all my attention. I'm going to pretend like nothing else exists while I'm filming these. It's always been the case since day one. But it just made me think about like, well, what else can I talk about? I can only say so many things about like the drums and like we heard the same song. You know what I mean? I don't tell you things that you guys already know. If anything, I like to point out things that you may have missed, or something that's really quiet, or something that I hear because I listen so hard. I'm also not here to like educate you. So it made me think, just what am I gonna say? I think the reason people stick around is because I'm sharing these like personal thoughts, whatever comes into my mind, and you're watching that journey. So, I don't know, I just thought that was kind of funny. Anyways, the reason I think these two are kind of interesting is because, in a way, that comment kind of like stuck out to me into these songs. Because obviously the music is great in Persona. There's no denying that. Like, they sounded great. Yeah, we know that. It didn't sound life-changing. It didn't sound like something totally new and bombastic for Persona. But that doesn't mean anything bad. But to me, not for once, but one of the very few times where the lyrics stuck out to me. The lyrics. And yeah, you can bet that I really related to them. The first one was it felt like how I got here and all that, and I think that's really special if you think about it, because it's not just me talking about me. It's how this video game that I've never played, I can still extract like emotion from it, from the outside. That's something. That says something about the soundtrack. That says something about the writing ability. So while I may not have context and hours in the game or whatever, I can still appreciate it from afar. You know what I mean? So, and then the second one, maybe a bit of a stretch, but I was already in the mood and the headspace of where I'm at right now. And to me, this sounds like some of the supportive stuff I've gotten from people. These songs, I don't know if they're related in any way. I think it might have just been like serendipitous. They were grouped together in this video. but they kind of worked. The first one was like, you know, whether about me or you, like, you know, don't listen to others. Just do what you gotta do. And then the second one was like, we're gonna support you. Right? Like that's, what are the odds that they got paired? And a lot of these things saw in the lyrics are things that people told me. You know, don't burn yourself out. You know, we'll be there. You can take as long as you want. Do people tell me to take breaks all the time? People, you know, whatever. So there was like this really big connection here, mentally for me. Musically, great, cool, but I think there was a message here, and I don't know. It felt like one of those kind of out of body experiences, and it's a reason why I can continue to do this without being bored, still be excited about it. And yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm very fortunate, but it has a lot to do with you, the viewer. This whole thing to me has always been about the feeling of sharing something to a friend or stranger and just wanting to see how they react without pausing the damn song or without like being distracted, you know, like showing a friend a movie and then when it gets to a certain part of the movie you're like watching them and you're hoping they're not on their phone or doing, you know what I mean? That feeling, that's what I want to provide here. I'm giving it all the attention I can. So thank you for watching. Those are cool. Let me know what those songs are about. What is Q2? Persona music is awesome. Thank you to the requester, and hopefully they get to see this. Thank you, Martin. And thanks to everyone you see on screen. I say that every video, but they are what's keeping me afloat. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Have a good one.